That show, of course, kicking off with the tribute to the one and only Dusty Rhodes. Now, I know you were much more into the old school stuff than I was, watching Legends of Wrestling, watching the old content. So I wanted to get your thoughts. I was the one that broke the news to you of the passing of Dusty Rhodes from last week. What was going through your head?
I mean, like you said, you're the one who broke the news to me. I was at work, and Dusty had passed. I didn't have words at the time. I mean, Dusty's was one of those guys that you think they're going to be around forever. Like, you sometimes take him for granted. You see him on WWE television, or maybe if he's on like a episode of Countdown or WWE Network, you just think, oh, there's Dusty. You're happy to see him, but you might take him for granted. I think that's why it was especially shocking when to everyone really when he passed, because he's meant so much to us. We never thought that this would actually happen, and it did. And it really sobered up a lot of people when it happened, especially me. But very, very sad news. I mean, this not only just affected this affected all of pro wrestling. I mean, people from every genre, every company, every wrestling promotion, they're all disturbed about it. And I read a great quote. If Dusty Rhodes isn't the reason why you're watching wrestling, he's the reason your favorite superstar is in wrestling. I mean, he's affected so many people. When you see Dixie Carter and among others tweeting about Dusty Rhodes, his reach was big. He had a big impact on a lot of people.
Easily one of the greatest icons in professional wrestling history. As you said, from his work in WWE and beyond in all the territories, it will live on forever. But from your personal experience, and of course, we didn't live on during when he was at his prime in the 70s, 80s. We weren't even born yet. But in watching old content, even something on Legends of Wrestling, because I know only days before he passed, when you were over my place, we were watching some Legends of Wrestling, one of those shows, and I think he was on it. I think he was on one of those roundtables. Yeah. So anyway, whether it's one of those or whether it's a match or a promo, any fond memories of Dusty Rhodes that you have?
I definitely have to say, when he won the NWA title at the Great American Bash in '86. I mean, of course, it wasn't a lot to really stretch my sentiment, but just got that was culmination of arguably one of the greatest rivalries of all time, Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes. And, after being screwed at Starrcade 85, at Starrcade 86, and, he finally gets to the Bash, wins it all. I mean, it was a great moment for Dusty Rhodes, a great moment for professional wrestling. I'd say that might be his proudest moment. His third NWA championship, his final NWA championship, and it was Ric Flair, also one of the greatest of all time. So I'd say that would probably be if I could be there for any famous Dusty moment, it would probably be at the Great American Bash in 1986.
And final question for you. What were your thoughts on the tribute done to Dusty Rhodes, both the Money in the Bank and on Raw, as well as the documentary that was done for him? If you had a chance to see it, I know it was only last night. I just got done watching it like 10 minutes ago. But what were your thoughts on the tributes to Dusty Rhodes?
I did watch that tribute last night. I thought it was very well put together. They pulled a lot of content from his DVD, which is on demand on the WWE Network. So I advise you go watch it if you haven't seen it. But I mean, it was really touching. It was I didn't think I was going to get emotional. I mean, when I watched Money in the Bank and they did the video package for him, and when they tolled the bell, I was stern, but I wasn't emotional. But when they actually played the video package to the song by Philip Phillips, "Raging Fire," I mean, that I started to get emotional, definitely there. Especially going back to when they showed clips of his first NWA championship win, where he's in the locker room and his face is all bloody, and he goes, "I'm now at the top of the mountain. It's going to take a hell of a man to knock me down." I definitely got emotional there, and especially when the video package ended, and he was in the middle of the ring at the Performance Center. And then he said, "Happy trails to you until we meet again," right before it ended. I definitely got emotional there. So that video package I thought was very well put together. Had a great song for Dusty. And I think that they encapsulated what he was all about very well. Not only in the documentary, but in that very well put together video package. It was one of the most charismatic performers of all time, probably the most charismatic performers of all time, the greatest talker of all time. And I think they really put Dusty's legacy together well, and if you can only do it in 2 or 3 minutes, and his entire career, if you can only shorten it up in 2 or 3 minutes, I think they did that with that video package. So, Dusty will be missed, Glenn. I tweeted this today, this morning. I'll never forget Dusty Rhodes, and I imagine no one will ever forget Dusty Rhodes. That's how much he means to a lot of people.